Are you ready for drinking? Drawing? What about laughing? Well, hold on to your donkeys. It's season 3 of the ComX Friday Night Drink and Draw. With your hosts Sizzle and Spedsy, plus Quick Nick, our esteemed regulars, and Australia's best looking creators. Many of whom have books for sale at comx.shop. Now, let's get stanky.
I get to do it.
Yeah, you got it.
Welcome to ComX Drink and Draw for Friday nights, episode 92. And we're doing Pirates. And the special guest is everyone.
That's right, kids. We are officially on the road to 100. Oh boy, I was kept awake last night with ideas for episode 100. You just wait, holy moly! But until then, let's not forget to introduce the man who puts us together, Sizzle. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Hello.
Sizz.
Thank you very much.
I am, of course, Rob Lyle, aka Spedsy, and my right-hand man, who's on my left, is the man they call Quick.
How's it going? It's an honor to be on your right side. It's flipped. The camera's flipped. I'm in Adelaide. It's good to be on your side, Rob. It's good to be next to you.
If you're not with us, you're against us. And now, here's the thing about pirate ships, right? When one ship attacks another, the ship catches on fire. What's one of the first things to flee the sinking ship? A rat. But here on our pirate ship, the rat actually returned. It's Lady Raddus is back in the building.
What should I say? I'm adventurous. I need to get in the action.
All right. And the man who I'm pretty sure has had scurvy before, it's Alex Major.
Oh, is that the bit? Is that like a cold sore?
I'm not sure. We will delve deep into your scurvy throughout the episode.
Not the ones on the mouth. What? Sorry.
Speaking of the ones on the mouth, it's Nick May. It doesn't mean anything, Brad. It's a
yeah, sure it doesn't.
Your groan made it worse. Now, we're lucky to get this man because, as far as I understand, The Little Mermaid is still in theaters. So this man hasn't seen sunlight in like 3 weeks. It's Chris Pitcairn.
Hello. Hey. Very accurate statement.
Did you like the movie?
I did. I had some quibbles, but I liked it, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Quibbles are the things they use to breathe underwater for those playing so Chris got some quibbles installed, so he too now is from underwater. Now,
my strand and my quibbles didn't work.
Oh, Lord.
I was sold some faulty quibbles.
Oh.
Dave, am I allowed to introduce you? What's the Dave threw out the show. He doesn't want to be talked to this week.
Yeah, don't distract me while I'm trying to draw.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you look forward to questions thrown at Dave and some and him either surprising you with a wealth of knowledge or having no idea what we're talking about. There's no middle ground with Dave Dye. No, there will be no Dave Dye. He's here in physical form, but he shall not be spoken to. Next, Brad Daniels is in the house. Hello, sir.
Yo. What's up? East side, west side. Yo. That's a pirate thing, right?
Pop quiz. Which way is east? Don't think
that to be starboard.
Wow.
That ties into what we're here to talk about. Now, I'll just introduce, obviously, the man. There's a little gap missing. Lee Chalker is joining us tonight. He's furiously clicking buttons trying to get his internet to work. I believe Lloyd is sitting on the router. That situation is fixed. We will. The show must go on. So we are here to, of course, to talk about Pilates, which is a type of mind-body exercise.
Oh, good.
By German physical trainer Joseph Pilates. I've misspelled something here. Sorry. Give me. Online piracy. Some argue it began with Napster as a peer-to-peer file sharing application that was launched June 1st, 1999, with an emphasis on digital audio file distribution. Dave, did you ever download an MP3?
Yes, I did.
You're a
Hopefully
pirate.
it wasn't Metallica.
Arr.
No, of course, we're here to talk about pirates, the R of it all.
Yeah, I don't think Rob understood Dave when Dave said, "Don't talk to me."
Yeah, but stupidly, I thought, who's the person least likely to have downloaded an MP3? And so Dave really cut the leg off my comedy tonight.
That's music, isn't it? Music file.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Download it from where?
Wait, so have you done it or no?
Well, I've got them. I've got MP3s. I don't know where I got them from.
Have you
That's
downloaded
just showed up
music
one day.
illegally, Dave?
I don't know.
It
That's
came
exactly,
round to the
Dave,
door
what
and
you
said,
say when you're
"Please,
being
sir,
recorded.
Please, sir, may we come in? We're just little MP3s. We got nowhere to stay."
No, well, I've got them. I'm sure I've got MP3s. Are they like a WAV file?
Well, yeah, it's a compressed WAV
It's a
file.
Yeah.
New age
Well,
wave.
yeah.
Now, what would you find battling waves, going up and down with the tides, if you will, a boat, and on top of a boat some time ago was what a thing called a pirate. Here we go. So a pirate, a person who commits acts of piracy at sea without the authorization of any nation.
Oh.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, of course, we're
you can get-
more leaning to your pop culture type pirates tonight. Stiz, so I want to know what you sort of know.
What
or
do I
don't
know about pirates?
pirates,
Okay.
but I want to throw something at you first.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think pirates wore eye patches?
The same reason they had hooks as hands and peg legs and stuff. They got into a lot of battles. And there was lots of injuries, and medicine wasn't what it is now. So when they got themselves injured, they lost bits. So yeah, eyes were included in those bits.
And so how regular do you think it was that all these dudes were losing eyeballs, that eye patches became common in the pirate world?
I don't know if it was common. I think that might just be a thing we've done
I think it only happens twice.
as a people.
Brad, do you bother with the second eye patch if you lose the second eye?
Well, it's hard to say how. If you're doing it for looks, then it's really hard to say how it ends up looking. That's all I gotta. That's my non-answer.
Well, so there's a theory that pirates also wore eye patches as a way of having one eye adjusted for night vision to see below deck. So you've got one eye constantly in dark, so that when you walk below deck, pop the old patchy-roo up, close the good eye or the exposed, and then you can see better in the dark.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
That works.
That's different.
Yeah.
That works.
Dave, shush, get back to work.
Got to find those MP3s, Dave. Get to it.
Yeah, just do *.mp3 and you'll find everything on your hard drive. That's anyway. Sizzle, tell us about pirates.
Pirates. Well, first thing I know about pirates is Peter Pan doesn't like them. You've also got they've made a few movies about them. They seem to always have something to do with dead people in boats. And I know a bit about the Dread Pirate Wesley.
Oh.
So yes.
Tell us
Dread
about this
Pirate
guy.
Robert,
Who's the
surely.
Dread Pirate
Robert. Yeah.
Wesley?
Oh no, we know his real name. It's the Dread Pirate Wesley.
Who is this guy? What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't. Oh, that's Princess Bride.
Ah, I see.
He called himself the Dread Pirate Roberts, but his real name was Wesley.
Okay.
All right.
Was he one for the R's and the shiver me whatnots? And
He
all
wasn't
that?
really, actually. He was very. Help me out,
Debonair.
Brad.
He was
Yeah.
very debonair.
Yeah, that's it.
Quickly, I'm just going to quickly look up what debonair means.
It's the brand of air conditioner.
You can rely on a Debon. Ah, the air.
And dehydrated mashed potato.
Oh, Deb. Blech.
Speaking of dehydrated potatoes, quick Nick. Well, all my segues are insulting. That's just
How dare you?
That's just how this show works. Quick, who is the most feared pirate of all?
That'd be Blackbeard, I reckon.
Now, why do you think they called him Blackbeard?
I reckon it had something to do with Lee Chalker.
Maybe. Salt and pepper beard, mate. Probably.
Salt and pepper beard.
Yeah,
I like that band.
When Blackbeard's a teenager, are they calling him, Black Fluff? Black Butt Fluff. Shaves off his beard for a bit of a change. So, of course, we're talking about Edward Teach, who's the most feared.
Tech.
Well, that's not what the spelling tells me, mate. Teach.
Is that how you pronounce it? Is it, Brad?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right.
Guess that makes me a techer.
Teach.
Yeah, so Quick is a substitute techer. Is that right, Brad?
That's right. Sorry, I'll stop talking. I'm sorry. I'll
No,
stop
that's me
interrupting.
that stops talking, mate. You got to
Just
keep
not to
talking.
Dave.
No, Brad, never stop. The most terrifying pirate in the world. Before capturing a ship, he would weave hemp into his beard and light it on fire.
Mad dog.
It was an intimidation tactic that made him look demonic.
Wow,
that's pretty
How
cool.
crazy is that?
Sounds risky.
And he's also pillaging these ships while high as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Literal weed burning in his beard straight into his mouth. He's like, that's where Shiver Me Timbers and all that comes from, because he's just speaking nonsense, the poor guy.
But isn't it just subjective of what's the scariest pirate? Like, how do we judge?
Yeah, good thinking.
I don't know. A high guy with a beard on fire is kind of up there a little bit.
I don't know if his beard's on fire. I've seen high people on beards on fire, and they're just running around the street screaming. They're not that kind of scary. Like if you're if you're on the third floor of an apartment and you're seeing it, they're not scary at all. It's more.
Is that why Alex was saying the sides of your beard don't grow? Because you put hemp in it, burnt it all off, and
I wasn't scary at the time either. People just pointed
well,
at
because you weren't scared because you were high as hell. So.
Man, no.
So, Quick, what do you got in the pirate department? Got any fun facts or favorite pirates or pirate movies?
I was thinking about as a kid, used to flick through the channels, and then every so often, Pirates Penzance would be on. That musical with I wouldn't know. Do you know the one with the English comedian doing the main bit? Is anyone else know where I'm going with this?
The English comedian.
Yeah,
I don't know where you're going, but I know Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah, the rock star take on it. It was he wore purple pants. Who was that dude?
Talk about Russell Brand.
Adam Ant.
No.
He's a British comedian, isn't he?
He had some Russell Brand energy, that's for sure. But this is when I was a kid. So.
I'm pretty sure the actor's
I don't know, but you're
American.
young. You weren't a kid that long ago.
Come on.
John English?
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
He's Australian, isn't he?
He is.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is he?
He's an Aussie.
Is he?
Yeah.
There you go.
From England.
We inherited him, did we?
Yeah, we inherited him.
And we're all from England, aren't we? Kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
I know I am.
Some people are from Eastern Europe.
I know
Hungary
Alex is.
represent.
Yeah.
Ireland.
So,
Just because I'm white doesn't make me English.
Kevin Kline is is the Pirate King in the film.
Right. And he's the one that had 10 pants? Pirates of 10 pants?
Yes.
Did they not call them pantaloons? Pirates of 10 pantaloons, anyway. Lauren, if I was to give you a Jolly Roger, what would I be giving you?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is why we can't have girls on the show.
I'm pretty sure this is why we can't have Rob on the show.
That's why we shouldn't. But
It's a drink, right?
No. It's a Skull and Crossbones flag at the top of the pirate ship. So let it be known to the viewers at home that everyone else in the room made that dirty. I asked an innocent question about a flag. Lauren, do you have a favorite pop culture pirate or movie or saying?
Yeah, I have a little tidbit though. So in I don't know, some people may know this. I don't know how well known this little tidbit is, but Glenn Close is in Hook as one of the pirates, and it's the one that's like at the beginning. What is it, like shunned or I don't know, put to death or whatever, and it doesn't look like her at all.
Oh right.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
But that's also pop culture, so you stayed on topic. So.
Well, that's was she a pirate in the? So she was shown she was a pirate.
But she's dressed as like a I don't know, gross looking pirate boy. But nobody guessed it.
Which was my nickname in high school, actually. So
gross little pirate boy.
Yeah. Oh wow! Yeah.
Yep.
That's her.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. But since when do pirate boys have? I thought they were boys because they can't grow beards.
I don't know. Have you seen 15-year-olds these days?
No, I stay away. I don't want to get in trouble.
Ever since the incident of '89.
Yeah.
Well, so funny we should talk about Glenn Close and being a pirate. Being a pirate wasn't just for men. Famous female pirates include Mary Read, Annie Bonny, Grace O'Malley, and Ching Shi. Some famous female pirates there for you. Lauren, if you were a pirate, firstly, what would your pirate name be?
Oh, it'd just be Rat. It'd have to be.
Oh, Rat! We need you on the. Okay. And so, what would be your weapon of choice if we were about to take pillage another ship?
A slab of moldy cheese.
Oh boy.
Okay. Everyone, we'd keep everyone away for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex.
Maybe.
Now let's talk pirates. What do you got for me? Do you have how many illegal albums did you download in the late 90s?
A lot. I remember because like when I was in Australia back in before 2007, we had limited internet, and then I went to Korea where the internet was 10 times faster and unlimited amount. So every night before bed, I would just go on torrents and I'll put a couple of TV shows, movies, PSP games, and albums that I liked. I would I would put all of those onto a 40 gigabyte hard drive, filled up an iPod as well, and then and also all my Adobe software as well at the time got
right.
sorted that way.
This, right?
So where's your iPad?
But this was in Korea. When I left Korea, I went to China where I did this stuff differently. But then I stopped doing pirating.
Well, yeah, if you just give me a sec, I'm just going to quickly send the link to this episode to the FBI.
You wouldn't steal it.
But I mean, when it comes to piracy, though, like I don't know, like if anybody here used to do this, but I remember, I don't know where we got the original games from, but in high school, primary school, the kids would just all the cool kids would just have blank floppies and swap games.
Yeah.
or PCs and stuff. For me, it was PCs. But like when I was a kid in Hungary, it was all the kids with Commodore 64s. And
You're talking my language there.
Yeah, but then my dad sent me a Mega Drive from Australia, and you can't get bootleg cartridges and stuff, so I had to buy my games. Well, my parents had to buy the games, so I didn't always pirate. So just so you know, sometimes I supported people who created the media I enjoyed.
Yes, you single-handedly destroyed multiple creative industries, but then at least you bought a thing or two later on.
Yeah, nice.
Doing that, I did buy a bootleg version of every Disney movie I worked on. So when I was in China, I used to go to these pirate shops, and I would buy DVDs there. And I was like, holy cool! That was the coolest thing, that I could go to a shop in China, buy a bootleg DVD, and my name was in it.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Do you know where the term bootleg comes from?
Something to do with pirates and their shoes.
Yeah, well, in the 19th century, from smugglers' practice of concealing bottles in their boots.
Oh, there you go.
So somehow you brought it back.
Yeah. So, anyways, maybe I admitted to too many things. So if you're a person of the law, delete.
Now, Brad, I just wanted to point out that you suspiciously sort of went at the mention of blank floppies. Odd timing. Just for my notes.
For anybody that doesn't know what a floppy disk is, it's the save icon when you save something on your computer.
I may have had some experience with copying blank floppies.
Okay. How do you copy a blank floppy, Brad?
Sorry? How do you
copy a blank? Don't worry.
You use 2 disk drives.
Right.
One with the thing you're copying, one that you're copying to.
Yeah, that's old school. When you have a PC with a hard drive, you just copy it on your hard drive and then back it up on a disk.
I don't know about this newfangled technology you're talking about,
Alex. Just before we move on from Alex, so Alex, during this heyday of you stealing from fellow creatives, did you feel guilty when the start of a movie had that person type in a computer and then it said, "You wouldn't steal a car, would you?"
Funny story. My dad, we were watching that with my dad in the cinema, and then he just kind of leans over, because my dad has like a funny background. And then he just leans over to me and says, "I used to do all of that when I was younger." I don't know if he was joking, serious, but it was a funny joke.
You know, Spency, do you know that particular ad, that you wouldn't steal a car one?
Yeah.
The music they used on it, they didn't get the rights for, so they ended up having to pay out $2 million pounds for rights.
Jesus.
That's an Australian
gold.
Awesome.
Are you sure about that? That sounds a little too perfect.
It just
does sound a little too perfect. That's what I've heard.
I really like that story.
Someone
I'd like to live in a world where that story is true, so please don't prove it wrong.
Yeah.
Nick, if I was to shiver your timbers, what would I be doing to you?
dirtier.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
First, you'd ask for my consent. And you might ask my parents as well. You probably wouldn't be shivering my timbers on our first date, though.
That's fair.
You might be blistering my barnacles, but no, I've got no idea. Right?
Oh, so it pertained to so it was sort of like a thing you would like you would exclaim, like the F word, but it was
an exclamation.
A ship would hit the waves and would rock up and down, and the mast and whatnot would essentially shiver. The timber would shiver. So he'd go, "Oh, shiver me timbers," because of the
But it
shivering.
already was. Anyway, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, so a lot of this pirate slang actually comes from the movie Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island.
Ah,
So it's like army mateys and all that stuff is just the actor's choice in that movie. Then became
No
how
way.
pirates talk for us
Wow.
peeps. Nick, have you ever pillaged?
Yes.
Not like Alex.
Once. Well, it was minor. It was a packet of Stimmerol from Tucker Bag at North Ringwood, and I had to go and pay it back. It was 50 cents, but that was pillaging.
Dark days.
Tucker Bag, of course, one of your iconic characters being Paperface.
Yes.
I like to imagine that after just pillaging Tucker Bag, you looking up and stealing from them, and yet somehow from their sign you received a gift. That gift.
Exactly. Hello, Tucker. Yeah, correct.
Now, for those who have a copy of Sizzle and Doug at home, you look at the front cover and I exclaim that the cover is covered in iconic Australian characters. Now, I did a lot of like outlines for where characters would go, and as the deadline approached, I was running out of characters to put there. So I dug deep into not only my own catalogue, but Nick May's. So if you look hard, you will find a Paperface and your Roller Cops and from the Nick May library. Nick, do you have a favourite pirate movie or pop culture pirate or real pirate story?
Yeah, lots of them. First of all, it's got nothing to do with pirates, but
Awesome.
when I was in high school, and somebody was lucky enough to get a can of drink, and so everyone would hang around and try to get a sip. If you had been eating and then when you drank from their can, you left crumbs around the rim, we would call that pirates. So there's that. One of the first albums that our family had was one of those Disney story records that was of Treasure Island, and I think I was probably traumatized by Blind Pew and Long John Silver and all of those guys, and also the first good album that I ever got, I think in about 1980, maybe 1979, was Adam and the Ants, Kings of the Wild Frontier, and they have a song on it called Jolly Roger that tells the story about how Blackbeard would hang men from the gallows just to see if they could dance. Ha ha! Yeah.
Is that a lyric? Because I love that line. Hanging men from the gallows just to see if they could dance.
Yep. That's so. Look it up. You don't need to illegally download it now. You can just find it on Spotify or on Alex's YouTube Music account.
Because there's a version of this show that we do like late on a Sunday night, no jokes. It's just macabre. I want to discuss things like men hanging from gallows and whatever. So say that when we record the pilot for the Drink and Draw macabre after show. Chris Pitcairn, long time no see.
Yeah.
Now, pirates have to be the antithesis of everything you believe in. Is it the arch enemy of the mermaid?
Well, considering what they did to them in Pirates of the Caribbean, I'd say yes.
So
in the fourth film, they just catch them and string them up. I'm not having it. not a fan.
Right. So, like as not being a big mermaid, I feel like I've seen that movie, but I don't recall that scene. But obviously, was that how
It was
that
traumatic.
that? Yeah. When
I
you're
was
like,
heartbroken.
and they're like, oh God, no!
Yeah, basically. Yeah, in the fourth film, they have to go after a mermaid to get the mermaid's tear, and they're like, I know how we'll get one of these. We'll torture them. Why? Why are you doing this to me? This isn't fair. Not a fan.
Yeah, that'd be
But
rough.
also kind of a fan.
I imagine there's more pirate movies than mermaid movies, I would assume. So I have no idea. But so I imagine like any chance to see a mermaid on the big screen, you're like, hell's yeah.
Yeah. I watched the new Peter Pan film recently. Lots of pirates in that. A disappointing lack of mermaids.
What were they thinking?
I know. I sent in an angry letter to the Daily Mail.
Oh, nice.
And did they have a reply?
No. Alas.
So didn't even print your.
You did the right
letter
thing,
and
Chris.
No,
You did the right thing.
they didn't print my letter. They didn't deem it important enough, but I sent the letter, and that's what's important.
Well, we have a bit of a reach. Anybody know anybody at the Daily Mail? So if anybody from the Daily Mail watching, you know what to do.
Yeah, this is an important issue.
I'm just stoked to learn we have some reach. It's like not even my wife watches this show, so
I know that feeling.
I'm glad mine doesn't watch, so
it's a story for another time. Now, Dave, I know you're not allowed to talk, but I don't want to, kill the mood or the inspiration here. But according to this article, according to my research,
Look at this first. Before you say another word.
Shut up, Spezzy.
Nice.
Whoa.
Rob, you can't talk.
This is my copy of Treasure Island.
Very
and
cool.
I read that when I was about 10 years old. See, I copied the map. See, I've got the squares around it. Copied the map, made my own map, blew that up bigger. This was printed in 1920 or something, this book.
Ooh.
But I read that as a 10-year-old, mate, and I loved it.
give us the
It's a 103-year-old book you're holding?
Something like that, mate.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
Give us the first line of that chapter, Dave.
Which chapter?
Well, any. Give us the first line of the prologue, or just give
Where's
us the line.
Black Dog? There is no black dog here, said the doctor, except what you have on your own back. You have been drinking rum. You have had a stroke, precisely as I told you. And I have just, very much against my own will, dragged you head foremost out of the grave. Now, Mr. Bones.
Good
Now-
old Billy Bones.
That's cool.
Dave Dye is available for audiobook readings because just quietly, who wouldn't listen to that? That was soothing. I was in that scene.
There you go, mate. And it's even got a glossary up the back. Now, you're talking about Spanish, words and things.
Yeah.
We got here this
Voila.
daddle 'em. That means mystify 'em. The Spanish Main, Spanish possessions washed up by Caribbean Sea. Powder, white as snow, a reference to the powdered wigs worn at the period of this story. This book's got it all, mate.
Nice.
Very nice.
How many pictures does it have?
Yeah, how many pictures?
No pictures.
It's got everything.
No pictures.
Then it doesn't. What kind of show this is? This is about books
Sorry.
and pictures. And
I'm banned now, aren't I?
Rob looks pretty uninterested, if you ask me.
yeah.
Wait, ask
All
a
right.
question.
Wake up.
Man.
Everyone
No,
can wake up now.
I've got a book called The Vulgar Tongue, and I wish I could see it, but it's 1700s slang stuff. It's kind of like what you just said, but I can't see it. So, but Dave, if you don't mind, are you good if I
fire away, mate?
The guy who didn't want to talk is just like, shut up, I'm talking, and yeah. But so, Dave, according to my research, pirates didn't really make people walk the plank. Although walking the plank is common in contemporary pirate law, most pirates just killed people straight away. When they did torture the prisoners, it was usually through key hauling, which is dragging
Oh,
a
yeah,
tied
cool.
sailor in the
Nasty.
water from the back
Yeah.
of the ship.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Or marooning a
wasn't
person on a desert island or a remote sandbar, or lashings with a leather whip.
Wasn't keel haul dragging from one side of the ship to the other underneath the keel?
Oh, well, according to this, it just says dragging a tied sailor in the water from the back of a ship. But you could be right.
Yeah.
I haven't done much keel hauling in my time. I mean, it's been at least 10 years since, but...
How good's his nose? How good's the Rob nose on this picture?
It's not that. I think it looks like a back of a magpie's head. Oh, Frank.
Yes, it does.
Hurtful.
Now that looks like straight out of Treasure Island, because in Treasure Island they got the black spot. If you got the black spot, that means you're next on the list to get your throat cut.
Rob, I got a pirate question for you.
Yeah,
you got all these you got all these surprising facts here, all these things you know about pirates they never did in real life. Is there anyone like those other modern pirates like Somali pirates or something? Are they doing anything that the swashbuckling pirates used to do? Like any common ground? Do you know anything?
Yeah, well, they're using boats to attack other boats and steal stuff. It's about
yeah. But I was like, do you know any? Do any of them have parrots? Like, suppose like they bring their pets along on the boat travels.
Boat travels.
Well, the closest term. Here we go. Oh, I had a cool factoid for you. The closest Somali term for pirate is Bakard Badid, which means ocean robber.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so there's a little thing for you. Now, let me paint you a picture. I am 7 years old, and my grandfather takes me fishing for the first time. We're at a small fishing town in called Turden by a lake, Turden Lake, I think it's called, or something like that. He takes me to the pub afterwards, and in that pub, they did not have Coca-Cola. So he had a beer, and he gave me a sarsaparilla. It was delightful, like nothing I'd ever tasted. Later in life, whenever I saw sarsaparilla in a shop, I would buy that sarsaparilla and look forward to drinking it. Cut to the beginnings of Drink and Draw. And I just found a local place that sold creaming soda and sarsaparilla, two of my favorites.
Right.
I would indulge. And I've met a fellow friend who indulged. That man was Lee Chalker. And together on these shows, we would compare creaming sodas and sarsaparillas. Earlier this week, I was in a shop, and for the first time in a while, I found 2 cans, not birds, 2 cans, aluminium cans, filled with sarsaparilla. I looked forward to having that drink tonight on the show, but stupidly had a Coke a little earlier and was all sugary and sweet in my mouth and thought, nay, I don't feel like a sarsaparilla. But then Lee said, hey, do you need a fill-in on the show? And I said, love to have you. He came aboard. I pulled this out of the fridge. Cheers, friend. That's my official welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Matt. I'm sorry I don't have a creaming soda or a sarsaparilla to share with you this evening. But it's nice that was one of the things that were chemistry, that brought us together there. So good memories, good times.
Now, Lee, you're a sober gentleman these days, but back in the day, aboard a pirate ship, we may have partaken not in sarsaparilla but grog. Now,
yes.
in pirate times, what do you think grog meant?
Funnily enough, my dad still uses the word grog.
Yep. Well, there you go. I would say it was something that I was well skilled at, mate. Like in having. So my pirate ship, if I was captain, probably wouldn't have got very far. It probably would have done circles, and had no plan to it whatsoever. So yes.
Yeah, if we co-captained a ship, you're on the grog, which was a mixture of rum, water, lemon juice, and sugar.
Delicious.
Choice for pirates. And me, I stuffed my beard full of weed and set it on fire.
That sounds like a damn good chip, mate. I'm telling you, we'd have to kick crew members off. My God.
Whatever.
Rob,
Yeah,
going back to
they
bearded,
run a tight ship. This Lee and Rob would be like, they run a loose ship.
Oh, there'd be no wars, man. It'd be all like, don't worry about it, man. You know? Yeah, throw anchor in. Where are we? Who knows? You know. Like,
so Rob, just going back, like with the bearded thing, like you're saying about scary, like burning beards. Like if you were your beard was burning, I'd be scared for you, but not really scared.
Yeah, it's like that Midnight Oil song.
Beards are burning.
When the beards are burning. What we do when the beards are burning.
Then the
Get the
chorus,
guitar out, Rob. There's
the
music
fire,
happening.
It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Beard didn't start the fire.
Lee, did you have a favorite pirate story, pop culture pirate comic books? You ever read a pirate comic book?
Not really. Nothing, mate. You know, like I don't know. It's not a favorite topic of mine. The old pirates. I've watched like Errol Flynn movies and Pirates of the Caribbean, and like Cutthroat Island and things like that. But I don't know. I don't really ever think I've actively gone out of my way to devour like the source material. I do know that Blackbeard was riddled full of syphilis when he was lighting his beard on fire.
Another thing you have in common with Blackbeard.
Syphilis?
Yeah.
That scared me more than the fire, to be honest.
And I think I could be wrong, but there was something about he was trying to come up with a cure with a doctor on the ship, and the doctor was sworn to secrecy and stuff. And he went pretty crazy there because before it kills you, apparently it rots your brain and stuff like that. So he was pretty loose, from my understanding.
Yeah, right.
Just like comics.
Yeah.
Rots your brain.
Yeah. Right. But other than that, mate, no, not a lot really, to be honest with you. So I'll probably have to defer to someone that sounds like he knows an awful lot about pirate comics. And pirates.
Yeah, Brad's been riddled with a great number of things.
Riddle me this.
Termites, I think.
Riddle me with syphilis, Batman.
Brad, have you ever improv'd a pirate character?
Oh yes, many pirate characters. But there was an actual show which was a pirate improv show, but I missed that one completely. But if you're gonna like improv, at its core is like just doing silly voices, and there's no sillier voice than a pirate, so you get into that as often as you can.
Yeah, so was yours full of shivering timbers and Ahoy?
Yeah, swear be that pirate of mine. Yeah. It's like, just basically, it's all my pirate mannerisms are probably taken from Bill Oddie from the Goodies. He did a pirate once.
Is that when they did the pirate radio station out in the
That's
North
absolutely correct.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. But I was just thinking about pirates. Like, I'm sure I've read some pirate comics, but I can't think of any. How about that thing in The Watchmen?
Tales of the Black Freighter.
Yeah. Tales of the Black Freighter. The story within the story.
Yes.
Because in the universe of The Watchmen, superhero comics did not take off because they were actual superheroes and people didn't want to read comics about them. but pirate comics was what took off and became like what superhero comics are to us nowadays.
All right.
Interesting.
So instead of the Justice League, it was the Crustacean League.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
The Cephalopod Squad.
Now, Brad, I'm going to get a reputation for pooping on the Pirate Parade, but
okay.
You said now where's me parrot got to?
Where be that parrot of mine?
Yeah, there are actually no official accounts of pirates having pet parrots. However, the animal trade was a big deal around the world during the age of piracy, and a colourful talking bird would have been expensive. So pirates likely stole them along with other valuable cargo. But the chances of a pirate just chilling out with a on his
heads for
shoulder.
term budgie smuggler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pick up what you're putting down there, Rob. No worries at all.
Awesome.
So I'm glad we're talking about the budgie smugglers, which were of course implemented by the pirates in the Caribbean.
Awesome.
I did want to talk. I wanted to shout out to Chris that that Pirates of the Caribbean movie where they torture the mermaids. I've tried to watch that 4 times and I've fallen asleep every time. It's the most boring film in the world.
It's not the best film. It's my favorite one because it's got mermaids in it, but it's not the best. It's not the worst one though.
Oh, what is the worst one?
The 5th one, which didn't happen.
I know. I didn't even bother trying to watch that one. So.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
And no mermaids.
No, that's part of why it's not good. But no, it's like the only person putting in any effort is what's his face who plays Barbossa.
Oh,
the rest of them are all just phoning it in. It's not a good film. It's not a good film at all.
No, at all.
Don't bother. But yeah, first 3 were great. 4th one is only saved for me by the mermaids because they're really
mermaid
cool.
torture,
I follow the artist Aaron McBride, who did all of the concept art for them on Instagram. I used to follow him on ArtStation, but I think he took all his stuff down when they started having the AI issue. But yeah, like he was, because we've just had Mermaid, he was posting all of his old concept art for the mermaids from Pirates of the Caribbean. And some of them are really interesting because the original, this has nothing to do with pirates whatsoever, but the original concept for them were that they were kind of more like jellyfish. Like they had long stingers, their hair was all like jellyfish tendrils. And you actually, there is a kind of leftover of this in the film, because when they attack at White Cat Bay, you see them chucking seaweed at people and dragging them into the water. And originally, they had like actual tentacles that they were using to grab people, and they had to change it to seaweed at the last minute because the director saw them and were like, "No, they're too monstrous. We need them to look hot." So make them more normal looking, and they were like, "Great, we filmed all these scenes where they're pulling people around with tentacles. What are we going to do? Seaweed whips."
Wow.
Sorry, slight aside there. I think the actual first trailer that they put out had the original 3D model when they were all like tentacly, and then they changed it, and I haven't been able to find that original trailer since. But yeah, sorry, I really like his designs for them, and I could keep going on, but I will stop.
No, go on, Chris. I talk too much. If you're talking, I'm not talking, and the audience will appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm really off topic. This is
No,
nothing
no,
to do
talk
with
about the
pirates
jellyfish. I
whatsoever.
like them.
So yeah, but there was some pirate comics that came out by EC Comics, who did like the Crypt of Terror and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never read them, but I'm very fascinated by the idea of that crew like doing pirate comics, because there's going to be torture and gore in them. It's going to be fantastic, and probably no mermaids.
Sis, with pirates comes treasure chests and the like. What traditionally do you find in a pirate's treasure chest?
As far as I know, gold and gems.
False.
Pieces of 8.
Come on.
Pieces of 8.
Pirates didn't really use treasure maps. They did use sailing charts. But most pirates didn't bury their treasure. They would share the loot for the most part. But a pirate's treasure wasn't always just gold and silver. It was more likely food, lumber, cloth, and animal hides.
Where do you get these things, mate?
Wikipedia.
I'm an old soul. This was passed down from some of the greatest wilds in history. Now we just I should just mention, because this is astounding, I brushed over this before when I was saying about women pirates. The pirate queen Qing Shi commanded more than 300 ships and as many as 40,000 men.
Wow.
Get it, girl.
Yeah,
And she had no weed in her beard.
Got a hell of a payroll tax.
I think it might be time to look at some artwork. What do you think?
I think we need more pirate facts. Come on. What else? Are we wrong about when it comes to pirate stereotypes?
Well, there's
There's
a stereotype that pirates use ships, but they actually got around on jet skis.
That was in Waterworld. Come on, Brad.
The well-known documentary Waterworld.
One of the all-time greats, and I won't hear anything bad about it.
No worries at all.
Anyway, next
What's your
topic.
rating?
Didn't Lee wanted to talk about space pirates?
Not particularly, but I can. Alex, if you really like it, segue to me suddenly. I was quite happy in silence.
Well, that's what happens when you don't preempt the show. Don't talk to me, Alex.
Look, I've got out. I never said that. Get it?
I know you didn't, but that's why I'm talking to you.
Man, honestly.
But Lee, that's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's all good. I like talking to you, Alex. You know, like you're so funny. See, I just said that beforehand about space pirates in jest, not realizing that there actually was something called a space pirate. I was just flippantly throwing out there a dude in an astronaut suit, you know, cutting sick with a gun. Spaceship, really. So if for any state, I know nothing about an actual trademark space pirate, but
like Firefly. Firefly was kind of like space cowboy, space pirate.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a good one.
True.
Yeah. There's a Captain Harlock, isn't there? So,
yeah, that's an anime.
Anime space pirate.
Well, wouldn't the Rebel Alliance in Star Wars be considered pirates? No, okay, no.
But
Han Solo
there were
gets
some.
called a pirate.
Can you see Luke Skywalker's not running? Oh, actually, Chewbacca would look cool, like all lit up as a big old brown bummer, wouldn't he?
Oh my God!
Hey, how cool would he look? You know.
Imagine what your weed budget would be, filling him up before.
Keep those stormtroopers downwind, man, and you are laughing.
Are the stormtroopers meant to be wearing armor? They got shot with a single laser. They've just anyway. That's a story for another time. But it always baffled me.
What a world! What a world!
There's those jet skis. Nice. Does anyone here have their ears pierced? Says you used to have an earring, didn't you? Do you still have an earring?
Me? Yeah, this side.
You got your eyebrows and your tongue pierced, don't you?
Tongue, ears, eyebrow. Nothing
Keep
else.
going.
No, that's it.
Have you ever thought to put a chain link to
You got to
link
buy
it?
me dinner if you want to see the rest.
Yeah.
Done.
You like Macca's?
Also, pirates wore earrings to commemorate their travels, to prevent seasickness, to flout stifling dress codes, and to pay for their own burials. So,
Yeah.
you've got gold earrings, then you die. Well, then use these to pay for my burial.
Smart.
If they're on land, of course.
Here's my life hack for that. Just take the earring. He's dead. You can't do anything about it. Just leave the body there, man. No one's gonna do nothing.
A
That's
code.
not a life hack. That's a death hack.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Corrected. Sorry, Nick.
Brad,
What's your
would you-
earring for, Bizzle? Does yours have a purpose or message or?
No. Usually a lot of alcohol. And we'd sit around and come up with ideas, and some of those ideas were putting holes in ourselves.
Brad, would you, if that fateful time came and you and Sis were pirating on the high seas and
I look forward to
Bizzle
the
goes
day.
down in a big sword fight, are you
Yeah.
pillaging his earrings from all the various places?
Yeah, I guess so.
Every
They're
single
only
one.
stainless steel. They're not worth anything.
No, in
Okay.
this pirate version, they're gold. They're real gold.
Okay. If they're real gold, yeah, I'm getting in there.
Every single one.
Every single one.
You better have gloves.
Even his butthole one.
I told you to never tell anyone about that.
All right, let's look at some artwork because my double entendres are only going to double
That
more.
was not a double entendre.
That was not a double
I was gonna say,
entendre.
what?
Get some more entendres, Rob.
That was a full-on tundra.
Which is ironic because there's not very many pirates in the tundra.
Right?
Aren't Vikings a type of pirate?
No. Next question.
Go back to the Viking.
Why did that question make you mad, Nick? Is that a problem? Is it offensive?
I want to see some art.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's not mine.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Get into it.
Okay.
Brad's going to have to
Yeah, that
take
was
a whole
years
day
ago.
off to pillage all these.
Couple
Yeah,
drinks in there.
Gonna have to fillet them or something like that.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Where are we at?
What we got, Sis?
Oh, sorry, I'm downloading stuff. Hang on.
Just considering.
What are you
More people.
pirating? Ooh, that's
What are we looking at?
Whoa!
oh, that's
That
good.
is by Mick or Mike. Sorry, I keep
Oh,
forgetting
wow.
which way to say it. McConaughey.
It's like a
Right.
preview to a
Wow.
comic.
Yeah, good on you, Mick.
Nice
Oh,
work,
well,
mate.
mate, that's a ripper.
Bloody hell.
Sexy.
And I reckon he did that in an hour. Not a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
While he was watching. Just send it
Yeah.
in.
Look at the lady with the eye patch. She's ready to go
Wow.
below deck.
Whoa!
No, no
was
double
that a-
entendre. That's
Oh,
big
wait.
scouting pirate,
Wait.
right? We know that
Oh, yeah.
now. That's why she wore them.
Oh, dear.
I was going to say no hooks in there, but there is a hook swinging on the end of that rope.
Ah, yes.
That
Oh,
can't be-
yeah.
What about that, Spedsy? What's the lowdown on hooks on pirates replacing their
Pretty good.
hand? Is that
Tell us
a
about the
real
hooks.
thing or what?
That's a good question.
And the answer is
Save it for the
While you're looking it
show.
up, Spedsy.
Yeah. Most famously attributed to seafaring pirates, peg legs with wooden claws and metal hands shaped into hooks have actually been the prosthetic standard throughout much of history. while Hollywood has exaggerated the use of hooks and peg legs, pirates did sometimes rely on these types of.
Hollywood doesn't exaggerate.
Never.
Is that good, Dave? Did I do it?
Good on you, mate. You nailed it, eh?
I don't want to put Shaden out of a job, but I am a hell of a Googler.
I don't know. I miss Shaden.
We all do.
Hang on, I'll just go back to the pictures. Sorry. Janet Locke.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Black Pearl.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice,
That's
Janet.
Janet.
Why am I
Classy
wasting
little
my
picture.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick.
Oh,
good.
nice.
And hey, Lauren, check out Janet's Jolly Roger.
Oh,
Nice.
It's a tall one.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Okay, and this is the one we get to. Oh, hang on, not Travis Richardson.
Ooh.
He's gone the
How?
Princess Bride.
The Dread Pirate
yeah,
Roberts.
that's Dread Pirate Roberts. Or
Wow.
Wesley,
Wesley.
if you
Nice,
prefer.
Trav.
Good old Wesley.
Great work, Trav.
And another
I like
great
the
plug on
naming
the
of
road
the
to 100.
Yeah, brilliant.
Great work.
Well done.
A little crooked, but it's all right.
Yeah, sorry, that was probably me. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Dan May.
Yeah.
Nice, Dan.
Nice.
Dano.
Nice.
Oh, good on you, Dan.
Jack.
That's the
Edward Scissorhands.
yeah, that fella.
Nailed it.
What's his name? I can't remember.
It's a
Willy
Tim Burton
Wonka.
guy.
Tim Burton.
Tim
yeah.
Burton guy.
Yeah, the Tim Burton guy.
Vincent
Yeah.
Price.
And then from one May to another May.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Ah, nice.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh.
Nah, that's not Monkey Island. Who's that?
Yeah, where's he got? That looked like Luke Skywalker.
no.
That's from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of Penzance, isn't it?
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
close based on it, but what is it, Brad? Come on, mate. You're my only hope here.
Is he a very model of a modern Major General?
No,
Nope.
That's
you'll
the only
remember
one I
this
got.
guy singing "How Can I Live Without Her" in about
Simon
1983.
Galahad.
No, from the Blue Lagoon. What's the actor's name?
Oh, that's him.
Shield?
Yeah. know.
Christopher
I don't know.
Atkins
Yeah.
from the pirate movie.
Okay.
The
I'll let you down. Sorry, mate.
Thanks, Brad. I'm out.
And we never
Nah, come
saw
back,
Nick
Nick.
again.
Nick,
Why would
Pirates of Penzance references die on this show. Didn't you learn that 45
No,
minutes
it's
ago?
not Pirates of Penzance. So it was based on Pirates of Penzance, but it was shot in Australia and had such notable actors in it as Maggie Fitzpatrick and what's his name? Norman Gunston. What's his name? Gary McDonald. Had the guy who was the police chief from Mad Max in it. It had all sorts of people in it. One of the all-time great movies. Christy McNichol played somebody. The main actor was whatever. Yeah.
I only
Great
know one guy from that list. That Norman.
It's on
guy,
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
The
on
movie
YouTube,
or
so
the
movie? The movie
Yeah.
is free on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Don't even have to pirate it.
Ironically.
Hey.
So, wait, in all that, Nick, did you say what the name of the movie is?
The pirate movie.
Oh. Yeah, but what's it called?
What's it about?
Young Frederick decides to leave the pirates. So, I mean, ironically enough, he's not actually a pirate. But anyway.
Sis, can I pitch another ComX YouTube show, and that's Nick and Brad trying to explain things to each other?
I'm there.
Awesome. I love it.
Sounds fun.
That was the pitch.
A little
solid.
On that note, Spedsy's picture.
Fancy.
Can't see it. Bring it up again. Shiver
Double
me.
tap.
There's a hook.
Hook, legs,
Nice.
Work, Robert.
carrots,
Nice one.
Egg legs.
Good
Nice.
one, Spedsy.
everything.
Full of
So your
myths.
beard's on fire. What's going on?
Yeah.
Good work.
Spot the historical
Yeah.
inaccuracy.
Follow up that can only be done by Lady Radis.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Oh, wacko.
Can you go down and up? Sir?
Can you
Double
guess?
tap.
That's a ripper.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Nice.
Went to a different window.
Oh, it's for Monkey Island. Guy
Yes, Guy
Thrushwood,
Bush.
whatever
Guy
his
Rush
name is.
Freakwood.
Yeah, that's
There he
the one.
is. I'm glad he made it tonight. That's
He's a
rad.
brave pirate.
That's a ripper, that is.
What
I
did
prefer
you
my
have you
Guy
played
Bush.
the latest game?
All squares.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard it's really good though.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
That's awesome.
Well done, Lauren.
Ah, we didn't-
Nice.
I wonder those bombs, the round bombs with the fuse. I wonder if that's another thing we can debunk on tonight's.
Why
Please
not?
do, 'cause I draw
Even
them
if
all the
it's
time.
real, let's debunk it.
That'd be a cannonball.
Yeah, is it a cannonball?
It
Yeah,
could happen.
good thinking.
An explosive cannonball instead of just the ball. I reckon it could have happened.
Yeah, I also think it
Yeah.
happened. I'm on that.
Maybe the fuse would go out though if you put that in a cannonball in a cannon.
Let's not ruin the magic.
We've done that enough
Magic
tonight.
with
We've done that enough tonight.
facts and logic.
And we have Tony Menzie.
Tone.
Oh, didn't come up for me. Everyone else see it?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's some Blackbeard
holy
looking
moly.
over.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's Nick May from 20 years ago.
Yeah. When I used to dress up as John English. Yeah.
There we go.
Just, I thought it was
That
just
is
like babysitting
brilliant.
Rob.
Yeah, that's really good, mate.
I like the
Well
red
done.
pop.
So in my research, I think those bombs were actually a thing. The
Yes.
black spherical bomb with a wick slowly burning. They were filled with black powder as the explosive
Mhm.
device.
So
Send a
grenade.
photo.
I once had a friend who inherited a can, about a 2-liter can of black powder. He just got it off of a friend, and we installed it under the house. I was very lucky that the entire house did not explode.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dangerous stuff.
He
I,
once,
Is it still there?
no, it's many. He did make explosive goggles out of it once for a going away party, and badly burnt his face.
Oh, well, that's not good.
No, it's not fun. Well,
Quick
it was
got
pretty funny at the
excited
time.
'cause Quick thought it was white powder because he's desperate for a cocaine thing. Is it still there? Next up, while the man is busy,
You
we'll
can
take
grab it.
Brad Daniels.
Nice.
Where's
Where's
my
That's cool.
I know that's from the Pirates of the
yeah.
Caribbean, but didn't you say that there was some mermaid, Chris, that looked like this?
Good one, Brad. Well
I'm
done.
not sure if he counts.
Now let's take a closer look at Brad Daniels for a sec.
Oh, Brad.
Self-portrait.
That's him, all right.
And then we've got, I want to say from the thumbnail, it's Lee Chalkers. Is that right, Sis?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't got a name on it, but we will. Where we go? Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Cool.
About pirates.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Look at that treasure.
Double tap.
Love the little ship in the background.
Well done, mate.
There you go.
Here it is.
Nice work, Lee.
That is
Great
classy. Very classy.
Interesting that you still put gold and silver in the treasure chest when I specifically said that it would be full of lumber and cloth and
Oh,
Hey, mate, old habits
Boring.
die hard, Rob. I'd rather be naked and rich than clothed and poor, I guess, mate. So it's like,
Hey,
Somebody got to
Well
read
done,
out
mate.
that comment. I enjoyed it.
There's a ripper, mate. Well done.
all right. So my parents made me walk the plank when I was a kid because we couldn't afford a dog.
Who's that?
he
I
wins
know.
tonight.
Facebook user could be anyone.
Walk
Could
the
be-
plank.
Could be anyone, but I like to think of it as everyone. It represents us all.
Nice.
And we got oh sorry,
Chris Aquera.
Andrew Law.
Not on Chris.
Oh, did you come up for anyone else?
No, I can't see nothing.
Oh, there. Oh, wow.
Nope.
Triple tap.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Mermaid.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Wow.
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah, right.
Well done, Andrew.
Nice.
That's cool.
Detective Budgie's there too.
That's Chris.
If you want to put up 2 thumbs or give it a you know
Yes.
show us in your fingers how many.
Technically 4 thumbs. So yes, well done.
Okay. What? Hey, why technically 4 thumbs?
Oh, I have polydactylia. I was born with 4 thumbs.
Oi.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Like a koala?
I actually still have 3. So I have
Show
11 fingernails. This thumb, I don't know if it's gonna. There's actually a scar right down the middle, which is where it's 2 thumbs sewn together. But I have 2 fingernails, 2 thumbnails on
That's
that one.
cool.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's
So,
how
yeah.
you draw that work.
Yeah, I can't bend it. It's
That's
why
different.
I have my hands so steady.
Cool.
Wow.
So what happens?
Yeah,
if
I
you
have a
thumb on the
massive, wonky dent in it where I hold my pencil. Like, see how it's not straight.
Wow.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't bend it. There's no joint there. It's just 2 long stretches of bone. But yeah, so technically 2 thumbs. Wait.
Wow.
Awesome. Now we get your joke, mate. Now we understand.
That's just.
Sorry, I forget who knows that. I forget who knows that one.
Everyone.
Well, we do now.
Only show us your foot, and then it'd be just like, oh, I've got 6 of them. It's like, what are the chances?
So when
Wow.
you were a baby, you had koala hand because they got 2 thumbs per hand.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got an old photo of me as a baby before I had the operation on them, and yeah, just 2 thumbs on each hand.
Why'd you get rid of them?
Yeah. Sounds,
I
You had a
had
choice
to.
at that age.
You're
Yeah,
lucky.
I wasn't given the choice, but also it would have basically destroyed the way my hands were growing had I kept them. So probably a good thing they were gone. But another random tangent.
Well, they work some bloody magic, that's for sure.
Sorry, Sis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think of all the conversation starters.
Oh, okay. Who's done that?
well,
Oh, hello.
Who's this, Sis?
Chris.
Yeah, take a guess.
Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot.
Nice.
That is
That's
pretty.
Chris. Who did the last one?
Andrew Law.
That was Andrew Law.
Oh, what? I thought that was Chris.
More than one person is into mermaids, Dave.
Oh, right.
There are a few of us out there. There's a Facebook group.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Is he one of your mates? Is he Chris?
So just 2 of you.
There's a few more than that.
Wow, that's a ripper,
I'm not
mate.
seeing that on the show tonight.
Cling to your soul, Mr. Gibbs. What's it say?
Oh. Cling to your soul, Mr. Gibbs. Mermaids be given to take the rest. It's a line from the film.
What film is
Right.
this, Chris? To give my ignorance?
Pirates of the Caribbean 4. That's Angelica, who's played by Was it Penelope Cruz? I want to say
Penelope
Cruz.
Oh, no, she's in it.
I think it's Selma Hayek, isn't it?
No, you're
I
thinking
can't
of
remember.
kayak, because of course they're on the seas, open seas.
And
Yeah, no.
just have a look around. That's all the other I've got.
Come on, Brad. You're laughing on the inside.
I love it. I'm laughing on the outside too.
Oh. Well, tell your face.
What's going on here? Why are you so mean to Brad?
Unfortunately,
Why
the
you
more...
like this? Why you like this,
All he did was just laugh at your joke.
The more I like someone, the worse I am to them. So, all my friends, you guys.
Well, you must love me then, mother.
Hang on, you're really nice to me.
It's all coming out tonight. Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, well, new host next week, eh?
Please don't fire me, sis. Well, should we? We're running sort of on schedule tonight, and
we are a bit.
We have to get Brad to bed soon. So should we? Should we talk a little bit about ourselves? Catch up with Lauren and whatnot in a segment we like to call this.
This poor person is looking through the newspaper for info on what projects our artists have been working on. And this lost individual is using a map to find where she can follow our artists on social media and buy their books. How about we save them the trouble and just tell them? We call this next segment Shameless Self-Promotion.
Well, before I do selfish promotion, shameless, selfish, whatever, I'm going to show Davo77's picture that just came in.
Oh, nice. Do it.
Nice.
Nice.
But it looks like it's a Viking.
Yeah,
It's a
Asterix.
Viking. So
From
Vikings are.
Asterix.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, the pirates from Asterix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the Pirates of Asterix? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
wrecked every time.
It's like the horns made me think it's a Viking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll do the shameless promotion, selfish promotion, whatever we're going to call it.
Shellfish promotion.
Selfish.
Got
Shellfish,
ourselves some Stellar Lands coming up very soon. This is the proof. We're doing a bit of a special. Well, we hope we're doing a special if the postage is fast enough. Sunday, Supernova, Sydney, lots of S's. Sizzle, Stellar Lands, even more S's. Max, not an S. He'll be there to talk to you about his book, and we will be selling limited edition Supernova edition of Stellar Lands.
Whoa.
Preview, you might
Nice.
say. That I guess Max can sign.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So there for the Sydney people.
Nice.
Lucky. Very nice. Looks good.
I'll just quickly show you this, just because I haven't shown it enough times yet. Yes, is. It's like it's real. You can grab it at psychojanitor.com. You can also grab it at the ComX shop any day now. I just sent it up to Sis this week. I also just want to, I don't think I've pulled my weight on the promo wagon of this thing. Flyboys, you can get it at detectivebudgie.net. Not .com, right? It's .net.
.net, yeah.
And my part of it is a character that I've been wanting to delve into for a while.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah, look at us, we're kissing. You can find some Alex Major and some me with Special Agent Special takes on the Flying Jamoke. That's that guy. And then there's this thing, which is on Kickstarter right now, waiting for the notify me. I said this thing and it didn't pop up.
That's cool.
Wait for it. This guy. So Ring Around the Rosie from myself, Lee Chalker, Ben Sullivan, and Ryan Vella. is up on Kickstarter right now alongside Battery Hen by Ryan Bella. So you can
Double feature.
hit the little notify me thing. It looks like this. It's beautiful. Very proud of it. So yeah, go and take a look. And yeah, you can grab a little herb from psychojanitor.com too. Thanks to Abby Styles, she of Big Tim Styles, Grill of My Dreams, whatnot. All right, quick.
Just a quick one from me. Flyboys, you can get it. There's a page that features Dave Dye and Peter Wilson kissing. It's
Nice.
very good.
Very good,
you can
mate.
find it all at here we go. Where's my little button? DetectiveBudgie.net. All right. Who's next?
So I have to type .net twice?
3 times.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool,
3
thanks.
times would be preferred.
Yeah,
now,
go on, Lady Rat.
You will appear.
Lady Radis, we haven't seen you for a while. Give us a little catch up. We've missed you. Where have you been? What you been doing? Who you been birthing?
Well, yeah, raising a kid and making sure I'm not killing her. I am in Sydney next weekend, and I'll be bringing the fam along with me. So I'll be guesting at the Supernova there. And I'll be at the Fru booth signing some portfolio pieces and some comics and doing a panel at some point, from what I know, which I think is on the Sunday. So they'll be talking all things Phantom and stuff like that. And then I'm in Perth the following weekend. The following weekend. Anyway, it's been a while since I've done this, and I've got another cover coming for Phantom as well. That's in the pipeline for a little bit later. So
Sweet.
Busy in between.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Looking for that book again. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
This will be your third cover.
Well
Third, yeah, and
Wow.
second portfolio piece. So hoping
Yeah.
it helps them out a little bit. Yeah.
Nice work.
It's like it's actually kind of cool to go into a newsagents and buy the Phantom. I haven't bought I don't think I've ever bought the Phantom before.
Well, you
I
don't
don't-
see
You
it,
pirate
and
it?
then
Pirate
you
it or
realize it's still available, and you're like, yes.
Yeah. I actually went to the counter and he was like, "Do you want to get this like on a standing order?" And I was like, "Oh no, this is my friend drew this." And then talking to me for ages about your friend drew that. How? What? Where?
Said that to someone once, and then they were baffled because they were wearing a shirt that because I designed Bank West like some T-shirts, and then they gave them out as freebies to as an activation thing to get people on board with Bank West because banks will. Yep. And I saw her wearing it because they were freebies, and I said to her, I'm like, "Oh, I drew that," and she just looked at me. She had no idea what I meant.
Yeah.
I drew it, like I drew that. You're wearing it. She's like, okay.
Give it back.
Sure, you drew that. Yeah.
Like, okay,
Believe
I won't try again. I'll just leave it for now.
How rude.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll also be at Supernova, but no one invited me. I invited myself to help out the ComX booth. So I'll be at the ComX booth, and I'm also going to help out. I think the Sorab as well with his book. I think I'll be helping him sell it, so he can give me money, and I'll promise that I'll give it to Sorab.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, are you tabling with Peter Wilson?
No, I'm not doing. I've got no comics, man. I don't do comics. I just talk
you're
about.
working the ComX booth with Peter Wilson. And
Yeah. So basically, because he wants to do some other stuff there, and Dushan as well. So he'll be. But Dushan doesn't know. I haven't talked to him about it. So if he's watching, surprise!
So, and not just to pimp my own stuff. This is for Flyboys as well. So is Flyboys in the ComX shop?
No,
Maybe
not yet.
Myself.
This is just studio stuff that's being sold, not.
Son of a bee! All right.
Couldn't get all that down there. It was too much.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
you can
so
still get Alex's
the noir books. There'll be a
Noir.
noir book I'm in, so I can
presents, Sidrus,
yeah.
Sizzle and Doug, Battle for Bustle.
So you can
all
still
that
get
good
Peter
stuff.
Wilson's signature and Alex on the same book. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be signing anything. I was just going to be a bit rude about it. So,
Fair enough.
Sizzle made sure.
How much for
Shane
signature,
wanted to
Alex?
make sure that I don't sell everything too fast. So don't
$50.
expect me to be friendly.
All right, Mr. Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't think I've plugged this enough. But there's this book called Flyboys. And I have a page in there next to Spedsy. So sometimes when nobody's looking, we kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes when people are watching. So get
I'm
that.
really loving this new section of the show where people kiss each other.
But also follow me on Instagram at Chernobyl, and that's about it. Chris.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm also going to be at Supernova with NS Kane Comics with Nick, Nicole Kane, Strodek. What else? I've also been hard at work on the next issue of Fox and Hound, and the Kickstarter for that should be coming soon. We've also, I think. Oh, I don't think I can talk about that one yet.
Go on. Go on, Chris. I dare you.
I like it.
We've also got some comics that should be coming out next year with a publisher. Other than that, you can find me at crispy.inks on Instagram, where I have been drawing a lot of mermaids because The Little Mermaid has just come out. And it's been the month of mermaid. And oh my god.
Chris, I don't think we've seen you since you went like quasi-viral a while back there. When
I did.
Yeah. When you first started putting up the Disney mermaids, and then it just got red hot for a sec.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Because like when I did my version of Ariel and her sisters, all of everyone online who'd been doing Little Mermaid stuff had all been kind of coming up with different designs. And after I put my one out, all of a sudden they were all the same and they were all my designs. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, it's kind of, but at the same time, like, yes, influence. I'm influencing people. But yeah, it blew up, which was nice. Yeah, people know who I am.
What were you worried? They like plagiarizing you and go like, hey, excuse me.
Well, technically these weren't my characters either. It was just kind of like I was working off of descriptions, and so everyone was kind of trying to figure out what they might look like, and then everyone saw what I'd done and was like, that must be right. I got one of them right.
Yeah, but like you still want to take credit. You still want to don't give other people credit, just yourself, and then go from there.
Oh yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
the show is about.
Yeah, giving me credit. No one else.
Yeah, now you're getting it. Finally, you're getting it.
But yeah, I think that's it. Dave.
Right.
Just for a second.
Oh yeah, here's my effort for tonight.
Whoa,
that looks
that's
awesome.
amazing for 1 hour.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nice.
Pity you drew in Walking the Plank.
That didn't happen.
Dave, I got a
Kind of
question.
chubby with a beard from
So,
Hey?
because there's no colors, is that like
no.
is that a shark or an orca below the plank?
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's I think maybe one shark and one orca.
Or is it just two pirates underneath being funny?
Yeah.
No, it's all safe. It's all safe. It's just dolphins.
The goldfish.
Beautiful, Dave.
That's really good, Dave.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Very much.
Apologies for talking to you during the show.
Oh.
Dave, Oh, sorry, Dave. Yeah, please. I was going to pee in your pocket. I'll save it.
There's
Oh,
my
nice.
stuff available there at
There you
those
are.
shop. Don't worry about the Dave Diebit that own Indie and ComX shop and Heroes Headquarters Ballarat.
Sweet.
Got my stuff.
Dave, I wanted to say last week on the show you showed us a page from Ring Around the Rosie that you did, and I am peeing in your pocket, but not there. It is like I can't stop thinking about it. It was my dream in life to have someone draw
That top panel's
what I write,
awesome.
and that top panel is what I want to live in. That top panel. I love that sort of look, and I don't know how to even put it to words, but that image has stuck with me all week. And I was like, first thing I'm saying today when I see him is how much I love
didn't
that
give him.
in my head.
Wasn't nightmares. That's good.
So that's more.
That's the next page, and the next page.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow,
nice.
That's
What,
classic.
that axe shop in the middle. Cool.
Dave.
Wow.
Look at the transition thing with the that she's talking to her dad, and then spoiler alert, she comes back when she's older. And holy, oh my goodness!
That's awesome.
Well done, Dave.
Nick May, this is the time when I break out one of my Sade. Oh, Nick May's not here to get my back. I like to sing, dreams can come true.
That's right. It's a big
was
bloody
the devil.
Devil.
Why
All right,
did Nick
that's
go
over
away?
to you, Lee. Thanks, mate. Thanks, everyone.
Well, apart from just being blown out by having an amazing creative experience with Ring Around the Rosie, which you'll hear a heap more about, because now it's really out of the bag that Dave will be helping out with the next issue, etc. So there you go. You can look forward to that, because that's the first time I've seen that. That's just like, see you later, skull. You can get me on Tuesday nights, 7:30 for Chinwags. This week is Bo Roth from the Aussieverse, who'll be on. And one shout out I do want to say is, I will probably, and Spadsy and Ring Around the Rosie is going to come up a lot of late, but Ryan Bella's Battery Hen, I want to give him a shout out, and you should jump on that Kickstarter, even if you don't want Ring Around the Rosie, but go for Battery Hen, because that is Ryan Bella in peak form. And I've read a lot of Ryan Bella comic books, and it's pretty damn good, and I think everyone will love it. It's full color, multimedia. You name it, mate. He's done everything to that comic book, and it's awesome. So I give a shout out and stand in for Ryan there, because he's a champion. So there you go. Over to Brad.
I just want to say, while we've got this banner up, shout out to Peter Wilson, who has just put up Foe's first collected issue of Foe's. It will be dropping on Kickstarter soon, so there's a notify me thing. Love me some Pete Wilson. So yeah, click the link below, and you'll see all manner of good books. Sorry, Brad, floor is yours, my friend.
That's cool, mate. Like, in spite of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom's best efforts, I have done some work. I will be at Supernova in Sydney. If anyone.
A lot of us are going to be there.
Should I even mention it? If anyone's looking for a cheap place to stay, I have a twin room. So if anyone is going to Sydney and hasn't booked a hotel, go house with me. I'm super poor. Yeah. I'm working on the next issue of Alpha Sprites.
Looking good, mate.
Yeah, that's
monkey with a machine
second
gun.
to latest. Yeah. Monkey with machine gun is what we all dream about. Yeah. So check out Edge Comics stuff on ComX Shop because it's good. It's jolly good. And come and say hi at Supernova Sydney in 8 days' time. And I want to just give a shout out to Sean Craig because he has just finished. What's it called? Blade. Oh God, it's terrible. I can't remember the name of his comic. I helped put it just put it together for him so I could send it to the printers. It's looking amazing. So I'll just tell you the name of that comic before I go. Blade Whip.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I got to
I could've
do
known
colours on the cover of Blade Whip. Very cool looking book.
Oh my God. It's like if you like anime inspired stuff, if you like hyper violence, if you like just good comics, check that one out. Coming out in 2 weeks' time. And buy my stuff. And buy everyone else's stuff because everyone does good shit.
Thanks. Yep, that's right.
It's a new slogan.
Too true.
Put it on a t-shirt, Lauren.
Everyone does good shit.
Now, Lady Radis, you haven't been here for a while, but there's been serious discussion about changing the name of the show from Drink and Draw to Dance and Draw. Now, I don't know if you know why. That's because Alex Major can't stop us from bopping our heads. And this week is no different. We wait for the music to kick in.
Woo!
One Piece.
The pirate is Luffy from One Piece. So it's not that anime, but it's like a Japanese pirate.
Longest running anime. Oh,
really?
manga?
Longer than Doraemon?
No, yes, longest one. Yep.
Okay.
Well, manga anyway. Yeah.
There we go. They've just all been adding up.
Yeah.
We're going to hit our quota soon.
That's my favorite one because Alien's a pervert.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, Alex, what did I have to do?
It's Nick's turn to read the stuff. Go on, Nick.
Like what you see because it's good. So make sure to press like on YouTube, and then because you love what you see and you want more, don't forget to subscribe. And then hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this fantastic material. Get on board, kiddies, and get punched in the head by a two-fisted toilet.
You should have like that record stop sound when you stop the music like that zzzt or whatever.
Now, Dave, are we allowed to talk to you?
Yeah, talk. Yeah.
So this is from Chris Sequeira, I believe. But how much does it cost for a pirate to get his ears pierced?
Pieces of 8? No, what?
A buccaneer. Chris.
That wasn't in Treasure Island. That's why I didn't know the answer.
Now, next week on the show, we will be drawing The Flash.
Whoa!
The Fast Man Live.
Can Superman outrun the Flash?
No, you know what? I think it's canon now that no, Superman cannot outrun the Flash.
Wow.
So, just take my word on that. I am the expert on all things pirates and flashes. Yeah, so expect to see Quick Nick wearing a long trench coat because he misunderstood what we meant. But yeah, so get your flashes in whenever you like. You can send them in throughout the week to Sizzle or next week during the show. I think that's about it, Sis. Do we do it?
We did it. That's where you send the art, by the way.
Send your flashes to art@comx.studio. Be sure to check in on Tuesday Night Chinwag with Bo Roth. And if Lee doesn't ask him a wrestling question, what kind of a journalist is he? Because Bo is all about that wrestling life.
Can I just emphasise something for you, for the people watching?
Sure.
When it says like, that means there's a little button with a thumb goes like that on the below this thing. You push that. And that is what we're talking about when we say like.
I should have animated a thumb.
So
but
it's
anyway.
not enough to just sit there and
Thanks,
say,
Dave.
"Oh, that was good. I really enjoyed
like
that."
it.
You've actually got to push the button.
Right. That's what I've been doing wrong all these years.
Is there a different
But if you hate us, you can put the thumbs down button too.
Why do you always
because
do
it gets you engagement. It doesn't matter if it's up or
and
down.
also write a comment. Write a comment on how much you hate us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can be on the show.
Or who you'd like to assist in a comic book.
I mean, we've done 92 episodes of trying this positivity thing. Maybe it's time to flip the script.
Go the other way. Yeah.
Maybe episode 101 is basically everything sucks, and here's why it sucks.
So it starts 1,000 years of evil. Episode 101.
You'll bring
I love
balance
it.
to the force.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll hang men from the gallows just to see if they can dance.
Oh!
All right. Well, be sure to say your vitamins and eat your prayers. And we will catch you next week for The Flash. We have a newbie on the show, so make sure you drop some comments, make them feel welcome. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the people in the room. Thank you to our artists who send in stuff every week. Thank you to you for watching. If you want to be on the show, reach out anytime. And that's all we got. Catch you down the Rizzode.
Someone should call the police. The show has been murdered. But in 1 week we will rebuild it. Better, stronger, faster. In the meantime, head to ComX.shop and powder your chestnuts on a copy of Detective Budgie by Nick Cleary, Amazing Tales by Dave Dye, Vamoose by Nick May, Battle for Bustle by Lee Chalker, Radical by Ed Kearsley, Sluggish by Spedsy, Crimson and Rascal by Peter Wilson, ComX Presents featuring so many of the creators that have appeared on this show. And so much more. Alright Sis, press the button. End the show. Don't make me butter your biscuit. Sizzle, press the button. Sizzle? Sausage sizzle. #Bunnings. Speaking of